Welcome everyone. Happy August. It's August 1st, Wednesday, Odin's Day. Happy August to GreenFire, this electronic campfire that's coming around the bend and in our community here at PATV Underground, Channel 18, here in the PATV Underground at Channel 18. Welcome to everyone in Iowa City and round about these parts and all around the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes and all over North America, Turtle Island. Welcome to this GreenFire Hour and this golden eternity that we'll share together, and hope everybody's really having a good day. This is the midsummer point. This is halfway between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. And this is 6 weeks after summer solstice, and it's 6 weeks before autumn equinox. It's the midway point. It's called Lammas, L-A-M-M-A-S, or Lugnasad, which is L-U-G-N-A-S-A-D. Lugnasad or Lammas, L-U-G-H-N-A-S-A-D, which is the ancient Celtic seasonal wheel. It's a midpoint on the cardinal point. So it's a special time, and this is going to be reflected in this golden eternity of this GreenFire Hour. And so I invite everyone to cuddle up with a loved one, a partner, your pet, or your favorite food or drink. Just settle into a beautiful GreenFire Hour, and may the emerald eye of Merlin shine an ever-loving light upon you. And this will be dedicated to the emerald eye, and the eye of Merlin, and the emerald isle of Ire. And with that, I will share, I have in the last 8 programs, I believe, since before the summer solstice, early June, around June 13th, the first of a composition. I thought I'd just write about the Driftless, which is this bioregion of northeast Iowa, southeast Minnesota, southwest Wisconsin, and northwest Illinois. These 4 convergence points come together to form this bioregional area known as the Driftless, which is a place where the glaciers of the Ice Age did not go. This is where it's called the Driftless, because the glaciers did not drift there. This is a glacier-free area. It's known as the Driftless, and it's getting to become bigger and bigger in people's psyches and hearts and minds as a symbol and an archetype of the heartland of North America. So when we think of the heartland, we begin to think of the heart chakra of the heartland, and this is the Driftless. So welcome to the Driftless. And I began to write about the Driftless because I was seeking a vision. And I realized I might write about it once and write a nice composition, which was the week before summer solstice, and then I realized, oh, maybe there's some more mapping to be done here, some more bioregional mapping. We need to have a bioregional vision of what and who is the Driftless. Well, after 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 5 programs in a row, 6, 7, and this is the 8th and concluding finally. I realized that this is a midpoint on the seasonal wheel. It's Lugnasad and Lammas, and I thought this is very appropriate, beginning and ending and new beginning of the Driftless cycle. And it has cycled itself through the high holy month of July in high Himalaya. And it is the turning of the seasonal wheel is eternal return. So in that sense, I am going to share the entire cycle of the Driftless, which has never been shared before. And I think of, not to put myself in the same company as J.R. Tolkien, but it has an element of an epic flow to it, because it is a geological time reference point, with a timeline of geological import, and it has its flow from the ebbs and flows of an inland sea that was before this time, and the Paleolithic and the Neolithic and the Eolithic. So we're going into a deeper time of the ecological mind. This would be called deep ecology, and this is eco-poetics. And this will be the eco-poetic mind, which is more of an ecocentric or biocentric, non-anthropocentric poetics, which means it's not human-centered, it's more ecosystem-centered or life-centered, biology, biocentric or ecocentric. This is a form of ecocentric thinking and re-inhabiting a deeper ecological eco-poetics or mindset, more than a mindset, a spirit. So within that spirit of things, I would like to say today is Jerry Garcia's birthday, so everyone who's a deadhead out there, who want to be deadhead, it's a great time to honor the great Jerry Garcia and maybe play some Grateful Dead music the entire week. A great soul was Jerry Garcia, and the Grateful Dead is one of, if not the iconic band, it is, for me, the iconic band of the entire 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, millennium, second decade of the millennium. The Deadheads are still caravanserai. And so happy birthday, Jerry Garcia. I was graced to see your very last concert at Soldier Field in July of 1995. And a month later, Jerry Garcia passed on to the next world. And so may everyone sing the Black Muddy River and all the other Magnolia and all the other wonderful tunes that Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead sang and performed over many, many, many moons. So I think Jerry would like this because, would you believe it or not, I was speaking, I was a keynote speaker at Stars Cave in Burlington, Iowa, about Hiroshima Day. And on Hiroshima Day, August 6th, we left Stars Cave and went out and floated little paper origami type boats with candles in them. Little origami paper made little boats with candles, signifying may peace prevail upon earth from the eternal peace flame at Hiroshima. And after having given my talk and sharing with the people of Burlington and Mississippi River there, we floated these down a creek into the Mississippi River at night on August 6th. And as I was leaving the next day, coming up the old river road along the Mississippi River, I was driving a VW Rabbit and I had a cassette deck. So I had the Grateful Dead cassette and I popped it in. I put it in and it popped out. And I put it in and it popped out. And I put it in and it kept popping out. And the third time it popped out, an announcer on the radio comes on and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are sad to announce that Jerry Garcia died this morning, I think it was August 6th, August 5th. And Jerry Garcia had passed on, and we were sad to have to impart this news. And I'll never forget that as long as I live, because I had gone to Jerry's last concert at Soldier Field, the last Grateful Dead concert. It was kind of like Jerry checking in and just saying hi as he was departing. I'll never forget that. And he sang The Black Muddy River as one of the last songs he ever sang, which was the Mississippi River. So, sail on, silver birds, sail on high. Requiescat in pace, Jerry. May the perpetual light shine upon you, and may you rest in eternal peace. You're a great light in the darkness of the American psyche in the 70s and the Reagan 80s. Sail on high, silver bird, dark star that you are. Aho. So I'm going to go and begin the Driftless, the Driftless poetics here, and in the golden eternity of this GreenFire hour. We'll start at the beginning, and we're going to go right through until the last Driftless one that I wrote, which was within the last 30 minutes. And the last one is known as the Noosphere Hunab-Ku Driftless. And as I discovered it, this is the 8th Driftless poetics that I've performed here, and each one is 8 pages long. And I discovered that 8 is an octave. And so we have an octave, 8 octaves, which makes up a Franklin magic cube. And so it fits right in with, if you get a ticket to the Dead Show, it's called a magic ticket. Well, I believe may you have a magic ticket to the Franklin's magic cube of the octave of 8. 8 times 8, 8 squared, 64. On the game board. May it light up for all of you as a Driftless game board lights up in your heart and mind. And please share this. This came as a result of some searching. As I said, I was seeking a vision that was in the heartland where I lived, and I discovered it was right under my feet. And it's known as the Driftless. And I'm looking at many a passage here, and this is the Driftless, more than a quatrain. It is 8 quatrains, quaternity of beauty, of the beauty way, because the Driftless is the beauty way. And as we go, I'll go through them, and if the Spirit moves, I'll read them twice. But I want to make sure, but we'll begin with entering the re-inhabitory time of Driftless. Entering re-inhabitory time of Driftless through the bioregional vision. There comes a time when we think outside the box for our very survival, not just our own survival, but for the entire planet's survival, both biodiversity and cultural diversity. We begin by looking at our home as biome. A biophiliac's, a lover of life, way of saying Om. This biome is our planetary home, Biome. This little blue dot, this little blue-green marble water planet is home, our biodome. And when you see, and when you give an iota, you care inherently about the biota. and about the 7th generations yet to come. Just as our elders and ancestors cared about us, we are the 7th generation yet to come of our ancestors, and we don't carry no unholy. We walk on the shoulders of those who came before us. Just a little respect, just a little reverence. We want to give for their ways, respect and reverence for their ways of daily holding us up, their ways of feeding us, their ways of clothing us. And in the 3rd morning of our awakening, we are beginning to believe it, because we don't carry no unholy. We care for the least of these. Sometimes in life, we are the least of these. Sometimes, not all the time. Let us not fall in love with the objects purchased by our daily bread. Let us not fall in love with the objects purchased by our daily bread, for they are temporal and an illusion. And we come to a time roundabouts here when we have a revival, a camp town meeting, a Chautauqua. And this is that time, dear friend. It's time to seek. It's time to speak to the carriers of the dream wheel. Let's see what the dream wheel is on our bio compass. Let's see what the dream wheel is on our moral compass. It is the biopsychic field through and upon which we astro-navigate our day. It is literally where our field of dreams lay. The carriers of the dream wheel say, the Driftless is this biopsychic field of this great medicine wheel. This is a higher elevation of our higher union. This biopsychic field charges and activates the field of play and the auras of wonder as our natural place. And we leave the necrophiliac love of death capitalism. We leave the necrophiliac capitalism world of being boxed in the horizontal by thinking inside the box, that capitalist way of thinking inside the box. As we begin our exodus, our radical shift, our epigenetic shift into the planetary organism of biophilia, lover of life, our love for life and love for life only, as we free ourselves outside the box, as we enter the vertical and enter liminal, the once upon a time timeline of our lives, an evolutionary spiral shift, and it ain't too late to end up on the Haight-Ashbury in this eternal etheric summer of love, turning into the planet of the dove. This is the timeline of the enfolding lotus, because we are now entering re-inhabitory time. Right here in the Driftless, as we awaken in our exodus, that there is no Driftless without us. As we awaken in our exodus to the awareness that there is no Driftless without us, we arrive through bio-entrainment of our minds. As new pioneers in the Driftless, as we go vertical and enter our manifest divinity, the birthright of ourselves as cosmic humanity, cosmic with a K, right into the epicenter of our echo-center thinking of the echozoic. Right here in the great Mahayana middle way of this great upper Mississippi, born-again hippie, great Majamican upper Midwest flyway. This is our simple realignment of our thinking as we both follow our truth and follow our bliss and go vertical. This ain't easy, my brother. This is gradual. This is intrepid treks, going further through process into this higher union of our cosmic humanity. and manifest divinity. To articulate this divinized light of wonder, we simply begin our entrance into re-inhabitory time. In the driftless and algific talus slopes and kettle moraine forests, by sourcing our joy through this bioregional vision, entering the craton as pioneers, where nature is legislature and there's a new law, land, air, and water. Aho. Cosmogenesis, summer solstice, June 20th, Iowa City, 2018. It's summer solstice. Arctic Zimbabwe is not a meme. That ought to make you feel good. Go low and go slow is the motto. Go low and go slow is the motto. Summer solstice means the sun stands still for 4 days, a major arcana cardinal point on the seasonal wheel. And we just rode right into this on a horse with no name. And this solstice is where our soul stands still for 4 days. As Tunkan Sheila thunderclaps, rolls the clouds at cumulus, and a friend that told me she just got kicked out of a yoga conference. And a friend told me she just got kicked out of a yoga conference in Phoenix. Another friend said he was with Guru Amma in New Mexico. Om Jai Jai Ma. And another said she had an out-of-body experience with the white light tunnel in a waiting station with other people waiting. Then she had a strong pull like a magnet at her back and pulled her away from there. And she opened her eyes, was back in the medical clinic with the crash cart ready to be on her. And she didn't know where she was for a few blinks, all in response to a message sent about raining and celebrating the rain. And we arrive into Driftless as our cosmic birthright, our celestial inheritance, and the whole thing comes through in wave after wave as lightning and thunder roll on this 4 p.m. summer solstice afternoon. And this whole thing comes through in wave after wave as lightning and thunder roll on this 4 p.m. summer solstice afternoon. And this has been the pattern this whole June. Darkness at noon, mid-90s and humidity, followed by record and near-record rains on this, the 10th anniversary of the epic flood of the Cedar River, Moskwa-Wakwa. Still, this is the summer of love. Turning, turning, turning into planet of the dove. And Driftless has a deep ecology and a deeper sacred terminology and deeper yet sacred geometry, geometry, with astro-archaeological mounds, with healing energy rays, the healing energy rays of the astro-archaeological mounds, HRS, in emanations coming in from everywhere, emanations from the hierarchy, emanations from the hierophany, emanations to the hieraths, who are awakening to their manifest divinity. Each and every day, these are graces from divine intelligences up and down the plane. Once one goes vertical and thinks with a biophiliac mind, a lover of life mind, love for life, biophilius, and the thunder rolls, and the thunder really rolls, and the tree of life appears, cosmogenesis, healing energy waves as graces, starseed transmissions from higher intelligence of celestial spheres, and this hookup is never ending. Starseed transmission from higher intelligence of celestial spheres, and this hookup is never ending. And near Strawberry Point at Backbone, these emanations form a beatific vision that lasts all night. This cosmogenesis is a fixity of white light, both horizontal and vertical, in the form of a cross. On an axial mundi plane, a white cross in midair that lasts all night, an aurora from an off-planet borealis, a white cross in midair amidst the standing stones of Backbone. This is epicenter of Driftless. This cosmic consciousness is implicate loving, infinite order of universe, a higher union with higher beings, bodhisattvas all with bodhicitta motivation, through this direct yogic perception and grounding of starseed transmissions, seeding the Driftless and the entire planet with higher intelligences of divine compassion, the awakening of remembering of our cosmic inheritance, and grounding of our aboriginal being here in this re-inhabitory time out of mind, in Driftless cosmic planetary paradigm mind shift from the P cubed, P3 of power, profit, and pleasure to the P cubed of people, peace, planet. Shifting this paradigm mind shift of from a parasitical mind to a loving kindness mind, of the parasitical mind of power, profit, and pleasure of capitalism, of necrophiliac thinking, into a biophiliac P to the third mind of people, peace, and planet. In this infinite, immense, intelligent compassion called Sophia, and the thunder rolls on summer solstice, turning of the wheel at standstill in this evolutionary spiral Hajira. Upward through grace alone we see and discover the Holy Trinity through the grace of this Immaculate Conception, the Holy Trinity of love, life, and light in our holy electricity body. Here, singing the song electric, singing our bodies electric. Here, regeneration miracles is possible in this Kairos Driftless moment. Exuberance emanations, exuberance emanations. Ah, amazing grace. 3. Driftless Vertex Sutra, June 27th, Iowa City, 2018. We come into the Driftless with some awareness and no awareness, and no awareness, and this is all sensitivity and no intensivity of tensegrity and no intention on our part. It's a body of awareness that draws us there, mostly because of its scenic beauty. Half of the question is the Driftless aware of us? It's a body of awareness that draws us there, mostly because of its scenic beauty. Half of the question is the Driftless aware of us? In its many valleyed forests, the Chan Gang came through here 150 years ago, 1860, 1880, The chain gang came through here and clear-cut and logged a lot of the forests. More than 100 years ago, more like 130, 40, 50 years ago, what remains are the cattle marine remains of Dreamtime, before DeSoto and the killing of Chief Blackhawk at DeSoto, Wisconsin, Mississippi River. If we are fortunate to have a biopsychic field that adds to the tensegrity and intentionality and tonality of our awareness, we gather here in the Driftless. If we are fortunate to have a biopsychic field that adds to the tensegrity and intentionality and tonality of our awareness, we gather here in the Driftless for different reasons and different seasons, some intimate, some sacred, some personal, some all three, on the high front porch step of one of the bluffs overlooking Mississippi Driftless. When biodiversity and cultural diversity straighten up and do things right, they are eagle in flight on this great upper Midwestern flyway. So far, some of the only things they've got right is to name some of the Great River Road the Driftless. That's a beginning, something to celebrate. A lot of this is inchoate, non-chthonic. It is vertical and can give you vertigo if you're not prepared or tuned in. It's summer solstice. The rainbow family of living light has already begun to go on the Going to the Sun trail for a fortnight of sun dancing. Full moon is in spin, and we are taken in to an other deeper time when the world was young, and we are in higher union of magical child. This is all vertical. Biophilius cosmosphere of bioregional vision being displayed in a beatific way. This comes from a sacred fusion of the highly personal with hyperspace, spread upon the earth for us to see when we are granted the grace to see the place with second vision. There are no infrared night googles and night goggles. This is granted only when we open our heart. Sacré clair, deep in the dark night, when no one is there. This is not the dark night of the ninth hell of scientific materialism in Babylon. This is the dark night of the soul, when the loss of someone so sacred stuns and overcomes our life and brings us to a crashing thunder halt. The Winnebago of the Driftless know this. So does Mountain Wolf Woman and Thunder Woman, for her cries are from the deep Paleolithic time of the true ecology of Driftless mind. Bodhisattvas and sutras of compassion live here too, singing Om Namaha Shivaya, Om Namaha Shivaya, Om Namaha Shivaya. This is not just any full moon. This sorrow, this grief so deep takes you back to the cocoon of your existence up in Echo Hollow, in some front store unit of Moon Zoo. And the compassionate Driftless Mississippi refuses no river. And the compassionate Driftless Mississippi refuses no river. And full moon pulls riptides of deep driftless currents till they burn on our back, a new name coming in from deep Adina, near Wadena, and the healing energy waves, HRS, of deep astrocartographical mound culture, charts our bioregional mapping back into the stars. This astrocartography biopsychic mapping of our vertical cosmic self leads us back into constellations of the stars, our true birthplace, and these emanations of the second vision are the coming of our starseed transmissions of our double diamond vertex sutra embedded in our very RNA and the mounds of the Driftless, and the world becomes anew in our very marrow and sinew, right here in situ in Driftless, for here lay the bedrock of the world. For this fifth round of humanity, here the flowering of the sixth sun will pulsate as emanations, and Phaedra is replaced with Arhate as we follow the path with the heart through the Holy Trinity of love, light, and life, and the Immaculate Conception at the Sacré-Cœur White Cross, at the geomagnetic deviation zone of telluric standing stones at Backbone, births Earth Boy 40 into laughing Mirth Boy 40. And the whole thing is at standstill as all this anomalous phenomena laughs as fireflies flicker their biosexuality into the July night and shape-shift their merry lovemaking into midsummer night's dream of morphogenic resonance fields of fairy light in flight, and this rupture of plane, and this rapture of plane whirls us into unknown space, terra incognita, standing right under our feet, as we are graced for the first time to see Driftless with second vision and return to dream time. It inures and ensures this deep ecology, planet drum, bioregional mapping is beginning to psychogenically form new ideograms of Imago Mundi in our minds through wildcrafting into deep stone certainty, a new story, as we become but one carrier of the dream wheel. And Wambly and Wapiti and Ursa Major can't help but hurry her return, and hurry our return, and hurry the return as carriers of the dream wheel. Aho. 4. Rainbow Gathering in Driftless, July 5th, Cedar Rapids, Heartland Vertex Sutra, Turtle Island, Americua. The first Rainbow Gathering was Woodstock. No one ever said so, yet that was the first time the rainbow vibration permeated, swept as a wave across the nation, as Aital Jah Love vibration. Its heart song is true. The center holds, many times have come and gone, yet, the center holds. And the center of the craton holds. Epigenetically, there is an interface here. While one is a geological event and the other a spiritual cultural event, both are interrelated through time, place, space, conjunction, a new junction of human gnosis. This is no small thing, dear friend. This is a harmonic convergence of the axial mundi of the heartland of Turtle Island, Americua, New Jerusalem, the stone that the builder refused. The hippie nation will be the new cornerstone. This is a harmonic convergence of the axial mundi of the heartland of Turtle Island, Americua. New Jerusalem, the stone that the builder refused, the hippie nation, will be the new cornerstone of the foundation of love, light, and life, which is the alpha wave of a new consciousness, a biocentric, ecocentric, Celtic consciousness, built upon the phenomenon of man as cosmogenesis. Again, let's slow it down here a little bit. Dear friend, this is heady stuff. Let's catch your breath. Let's center in. Love holds the key. Love is the key. This is the key which turns the magic on. This is the key which turns the magic on in the heart song of the Rainbow Gathering. We didn't get here by accident. We were sent here on purpose. We didn't get here by accident. We were sent here on purpose. Dear friend, we didn't get here by accident. We were sent here on purpose. We have a mission to perform. This is an interstellar mission to hold the center in the heartland in Turtle Island, Americua, until the heart song of Rainbow Gathering is fully formed and firmly established as foundation stone here in bedrock heartland as backbone vertebra of entire Turtle Island nation, of our entire planet drum. I am that I am, is Gaia I am, is Gaiam, Gaiam. And as all of us humans become Gaians, become aware of being Gaians, they form heliocentric circles and become Gaiam, all around this beloved, blessed water planet. This blessed, beloved water planet home called Gaia. This is why when you go to the Rainbow Gathering, we all sing, "Welcome home," and "We love you." For whether you see it or not, others in the Rainbow Gathering see the beauty and your true radiance shining through you and emanating from you radiogenically as the brilliance that you truly are, a love star. This gift is shared over and over in the circles of the rainbow. The beauty of the true you comes shining through. And your mission is to shine it through, to activate and awaken other flowers so that they too can shine it through in a rainbow hoop that spins 144,000 spinning rainbow dreamer wheels of others shining through, so that we all may form the mandala of Shambhala in all its shining brilliance for the awakening of all humankind to the beauty of who they truly are, a divinized love star sitting centripedically in the lotus of compassion, singing Om Namaha Shivaya. Now we come to our awakening into the awareness that Driftless is our Turtle Island nation, right here in the heartland. And first Rainbow Gathering in Driftless was Wadena, when the Wakan culture of our Adena nature awakened through the mound culture awakening of the healing energy waves, HRS, emanations from archaeoastronomical centers called mounds, to commune with our stellar nature as cosmogenesis, cosmos Indo-Plutinos, and this is the rise of vertebrate man through going vertical at backbone, vertex sutra. This double diamond vertex spun into motion the wheels of the new dimension, the wheels of the new divinization, and the wheels of the new dispensation. And this roll-right stone rolled away the darkness from the sepulchre of our Kali Yuga despair, caught in the rages of the ego, in the iron bars of the cage, called back, and the Babylon vampire of the empire called capitalism. The Rainbow Gathering doesn't tolerate dead presidents called money, because they think outside the box. Instead, we have a magic hat, and this Rainbow Gathering collects no moss, as it is the roll-right stone foundation of a new generation of humanity, loving, dancing, sharing, laughing, smiling, singing madrigals of the magical child. This is the new dispensation, dear friend, for all humanity, right here in the heart chakra of the heartland. Ah, Driftless, hokahe, aho. This is part 5, E. Driftless Sacre Claire, Sacred Heart. July 13th, 2018, Iowa City. Well, let's see where we're at now. It's still driftless, now in high July. The solar windmill is at standstill, even though the wind is blowing 14 knots. We are carving ourselves into the face of Kraton at an unforgiving pace, and this vertical face has wings. The face of Driftless is calling us with unconditional love, and no preconditions nor expectations. It's all find out, with no merit of our own. This is entrance into unknown country, this biopsychic circuitry of our awakening, biome mind. We are not sure of anything, yet there is a certainty in this circuitry. It's a little portion of a certain way, within a movement and a rest. This is new composition of ourselves. We are grateful for learning and reweaving our way back into the charged particles of this frequency. This is sacred electricity, and this exuberance provides our resilience in this plume of unknowing. In the forests of this upper Mississippi flyway, here we fly away from the known and into the unknown and make it our own home. And the Kettle Moraine forests and Ogific Talus slopes provide hope for this mirroring in our walkabout, and emanations from our dove planet begin to emit a love star just north of Decorah, where a UI interstellar space language has begun to emit from Dr. John Weilgard, and a star colony commune just north of Decorah, and the Driftless lights up just a little bit more, deep into the Mississippi overreach. We steer the stars, and we become star throwers for the place of our days here in the living years, for the peace of our days here in the living years. And this unfolding lotus don't carry no unholy, because it's all about the Holy Trinity, love, life, and light. And this light is from our infinite celestial self, whose narrow passages in deep driftless valleys come swiftly up through eyes of eagle vision, piercing through and providing our second vision. As the veils thin and hextillions of bodhisattvas awaken, on one level after another frequency after another frequency. And this heliocentric centripetal awareness unfolds the houses of the holy. After our wading feet go knee deep, and we are swept away into Veritas Driftless, and the whole thing is playing out on a frequency on a turntable at 33 in the 3rd RPM. In the REM awake dream, and the mother rays of Mary and the goddess are all around in cosmic comfort, not the big bang collisions of Carl Sagan's horizontal man cosmos with a C. This is cosmic comfort with a K. This is Sophia of wisdom and compassion and understanding of a higher union. And John Salter's UFO stellar sightings coming down from Platteville, and the houses of the holy appear in the mist upon the Mississippi, and the fixity of the houses of the holy upon the bluffs overlooking the Mississippi. And this Immaculate Conception is felt deep in the Kettle Moraine Forest and in the spirit of Chief Blackhawk as he ascends the Iowa City mural. And the houses of the holy are at Communia Farm at Elkport, now a Zen retreat center where bluebirds gather, honoring Steve Fox's sky blue eyes. And the house made of dawn shines on through the spirit of our elders who've passed on, and this Sakoi Claire, heart chakra of the Sacred Heart, in intricate Tritipaka pitter-patter of fawn at dawn, peeks through the clearing in the forest, in the emerald green of Merlin's eye, and gnomes and elves and fairies feel fine, rolling away the dew on the mists of Avalon morning. And these healing energy waves teleporting in from celestial realms, from starborn paths in direct yogic perception, in mound clan effigies of deep driftless, in craton of creation, in carriers of the dream wheel carrying on, in the red-tailed hawk at yellow forest, and the mother ray of cosmos indo-plutinos of supraconscious driftless crown of creation is prayed and unknowingly honored at Cincinnati Mound, New Mellery Abbey, Mount St. Francis, and the Presentation and Visitation Sisters of Our Lady of the Mississippi, and the Paha Mound of the Sisters of Mercy singing, "May peace prevail upon earth, Om Nam-myoho Renge Ko." And they hear the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic singing Ab-Wum, and this Wak womb of creation known as hyperspace gnosis in Noosphere, thinning the veils and granting us graces of the beauty of our true self. All this driftless divine milieu in the hymn of the universe is the hymn of the universe, singing the rainbow welcome home to a higher union where both wings of humanity are beginning to come free, both bio and cultural diversity, and we can begin to fly free as bi-coastal upper Mississippi eagle flying free, becoming the beating heart of the planet drum, the right livelihood celebration right here in the driftless Turtle Island Nation. Hoka-hey. This is the 6th part, Embrace High July, Driftless. July 18th, Iowa City, white feathers and blue sky mind. Here at Glastonbury Tours, we enter unsealed time, time between the stellas, and Sophia is our guide. Pistis Sophia, a little respect, a little reverence here, a little reverence for her, for she is the guide of our mind. as Avalokitesvara is the Bodhisattva the Buddha sends you to when you want to open the doorway of the heart and compassion, the doorway in love emanations, opening up the gate. Gate, gate, parasam gate, bodhisvaha. And the whole thing is gone, gone, gone. And this whole thing holds together by who knows who, whatever, or whomever. And this planet drum beats in the heart chakra of the heartland. And it's an ebb and flow of an epic flow that's beginning to go veritas, verite, vertical, with an afterglow. And this flow is the undertow of a whole culture in chaos, whole worlds in collision, the world at the end of time with a stand-up mind that even a comedian would sit on. Well, this ain't no stand-up mantra of stupid time. This is time out of time, time out of mind, time out of time. And this vertical vertex invites, activates, and initiates infinity mind. And our time and place in it, the colors of the rainbow are. And the whole show and the whole game board is lit up as it goes galactic. We stop here and invite hextillions of bodhisattvas in, and we invoke saints of all the ages, east, west, north by northwest, through the southwest door at Backbone, in little portion of Iowa Driftless, and in Illinois lay Cincinnati Mound, in the southwest Driftless emanations of meditations, and mother rays are seen, heard, and felt crystal clear in the universes far from here. They are listening in, tuning in, helping us in an off-planet heart chakra hyperdimensional space frequency. These are the sutras of the divine milieu from our sutras from the Amor field. And this is all grace, this amazing sacred space called Driftless. Here the veils are thinning and millions are waking up right along this frequency, the right-on frequency, and Wailusing and the waterfalls of the Wisconsin Driftless, splashing all around this frequency in ions of the deep. Ion for this new dispensation. It ain't easy to get this cold water cave. You got to engage your inner anthropologist to reconnoiter here. Dear friend, here ruckus and your backpack are your best friend. And you come down from Wadena and the Volga River and you enter into the mystery tree, prism asymmetry at Cold Mountain Zen Retreat Center and Communia Farm. And this is where bluebirds come out and sing somewhere over the rainbow. And these dreams really do come true as the Turkey River kindly blends and bleeds into the Yellow River, and this whole thing is convoluted, and the spirals at Glastonbury and the spires at New Mallory go round and round. And this last passage of the Driftless, this is the Noosphere of Hunab-Ku, mapping the Midwest. The Western Heim sits clearly in our soul in the Driftless, the Western home of our Nordic soul. Here in the Driftless in Decorah, no broken heart, no broken mind lives here on the southwest spoke of the Driftless wheel, while hovering above in the dove of love, in the dove music of the spheres in Circle City out here in the southeast hub of the Milky Way, Cosmos Indo-Fluctinos, is the way a certain way. And this whole cosmic array is hidden from Earth, yet in the Eolithic it is Earth-light, time for Earth to ascend in light mind, of proto-anoia with close encounters of like kind, kindred folk, kindred spirit, kind mind, kind Jerry mind, time for Earth to ascend through re-inhabitory time in the Driftless of mirth on Earth, and the seasonal wheel turns in this cardinal point, this midsummer point, Lugnasad and Midsummer Night's Dream. And this whole thing is a dream. This archaic revival appears through the harmonic convergence of unconditional love sent from the dove above as comforter, so we may climb the backbone and become vertebrates, a man with a backbone, standing his ground, going vertical in a vertex sutra, grounded in the row-right stones of the holy modal bounders, effigy mound people, Adina people, rainbow people, cosmogenesis of the cosmic Christ people, centered here in the Heartland Sutra of Amerikua, initiatically instaurating the beginning of the 13 heavens in the great blue sky mind, by the driftless sun and the green. Okay, hey. So this is a magical cube, Franklin's magical cube, a magic square of the driftless. So get in touch. May the driftless touch you in some heart-centered way. Okay, hey, peace.